Yo, what's going on? Thanks for tuning into the channel, to this video today. And y'all, we got a bunch of Black Series news. It being March, Hasbro is doing a thing called Imperial March, which is, I guess, because it's the month of March, and there's been a bunch of reveals coming from the Black Series and some TVC and including some role playing stuff. But here first, we're taking a look at the Black Series is going to be having an update in packaging, and as you can see here with the example of the Night Owl, I believe this is a 3D render. It's not going to have that slant side on the box anymore. It's going to be at an actual square box. So maybe that'll not really a big deal to me. It looks nice. But I've kind of been going through and opening a lot of my own figures, and I don't care too much about packaging as long as I can see the figure and it looks good presentation, stuff like that. But for the most part, I don't really care that much, especially since I've, like I said, been opening more of my figures here as of late. And also for the first time in a long time, we got some pipeline figures that are hopefully going to be coming out around the time that the show debuts, and that's going to be Acolyte. They actually showed a lot of reveals for the Acolyte. So I'm actually going to read this from StarWarsNet.com, StarWarsNewsNet.com. Pretty reliable source for some good news, other than the Yak Face. That's probably the best place you can go. But this article starts out, for the first time in forever, Hasbro is revealing a lineup of figures tied to an upcoming Star Wars series that will be available for purchase around the time of the show's release. After Lucasfilm debuted the first trailer for the Acolyte on Monday, the toy company has shared the first look at the action figures of the main characters. And they look pretty cool, Right now, it's not really drawing to me or many other people, just because we don't really have any personal connection or establishment with the character just yet. But I have a feeling once we start watching the show and the show actually airs and we start getting into the plot and stuff, the figures are going to start to take off. And the article continues, this has been one of the main complaints about the company's output these past few years, as Disney and Lucasfilm's thick veil of secrecy has prevented fans of a new Star Wars project from buying an action figure immediately after they watch it. The announcement was made as a part of a bigger event called Imperial March, which will be going on through the next few days, and during which they've also revealed new non-Acolyte figures as well. So, pretty cool that we're actually gonna, Disney and Hasbro are kind of working together a little bit better, and they're actually already getting a jump to start on these figures to maybe even have them ready for, by the time the show debuts, people can actually go out and buy these figures. So that's pretty cool. And this next bit of news I've actually covered on an earlier video from a few weeks ago, or about a month, maybe a couple months ago now, of a pipeline reveal for one of the new roleplay helmets. And I was speculating, a lot of people, including me, couldn't tell if it was an orange color or a yellow color that was on the pipeline image. And we got our answer. It turns out it's Moff Gideon's Mandalorian helmet, and looks absolutely sick. A lot of people were talking about this when the show aired, and we're talking about how ready they were for Hasbro to start getting this to us. And really sick looking helmet, man. It kind of pays homage to Darth Maul when he was ruling Mandalore with the horns on his head. Very interesting. I don't know if that's canon or was in Moff Gideon's mind, but either way, it does have the horns, so it's pretty cool. And another thing that's pretty interesting is they're only starting it out for $100. It's available for pre-order starting today, actually, the 21st, and pre-order started at Amazon, I believe, and they're gonna start shipping these things out around spring of 2025. So that's pretty cool. And something else I forgot to mention, as far as the Acolyte figures go, these actually went up for pre-order today as of 1 o'clock on Amazon Eastern Time. So, pretty cool that they're already supplying pre-orders, and the show is still a month or two away. I think it's early June, is it? June something? Early June. So pretty cool. Very excited. We're about halfway through the Bad Batch as of recording this. We just watched episode 8, came out yesterday, and that's going to be going on up until early May. So it's cool that we're going to have some Star Wars going on the next few weeks / months, and then in June we'll be getting into Acolyte. And we also have our first in-hand look of the C-3PO and Super Battle Droid 2-pack, and it looks pretty good. I wasn't super stoked or set on getting this 2-pack. It looks cool, don't get me wrong, but me myself, I just prefer to wait for the single release of the Super Battle Droid. That's what I'm really after. I plan on getting 2 or 3 of them at least, but it's cool to see an in-hand look and just starting to see that. It's always cool to see it from the pipeline image when it's just a picture, then it goes on to the 3D render, and then we finally get in-hand looks, like the promo shots, then the in-hand looks. It's pretty cool to see that process. So that's pretty much it as far as news go that like I'm concerned with anyways. TVC did also have a couple releases for pre-orders, like they have Leia and R2-D2 and some, a few things, but I'm not that much into TVC, but there's over 5 characters from the Acolyte that's available for pre-order as of today. 5 brand new characters, and I gotta say I'm really excited for the Acolyte just because this is brand new, fresh Star Wars, brand new characters that don't have any ties to the Skywalker saga. And they don't have to worry about making it fit in with obviously it's going to be canon, but they don't have to worry about making it fit in with the canon of the Skywalker saga, making sure that what they do or a character does or says doesn't interfere with that part of the the main movies, the main trilogy. But I am just curious to see where it goes because, Keanu said in episode 1 or 2, I believe. No, episode 1. It was episode 1 of The Phantom Menace. He says the Sith have been extinct for a millennia. So if that's true, in order for them not to mess up that quote from Keanu, anybody in this show who comes along a dark side force user or a red blade has to die. Because as far as the Jedi were concerned, the Sith have been extinct for 1,000 years. So if somebody survives or knows about the Sith, it makes no sense that the Jedi did not know. And this one Jedi just survives. But how is one Jedi going to know and then not say any? I don't know. It's just me kind of poking around in my brain. But or maybe even if they're not killed, if they find out about the Sith, maybe they turn to the dark side. That way it just keeps chronological order with all the movies and everything like that. And that quote from Keanu, not even Keanu, this entire time, from the time of the High Republic, there's been no war or anything like that. The Jedi haven't been fighting Sith because there are, quote unquote, are no Sith. So I'm really interested to see where the show goes. It's awesome to see as the year progresses. We're in the 3rd month of the year, March. And, Black Series is starting to pick up a little bit now. The beginning of the year was slow, but with the shows coming up now and we're actually getting some figure reveals, it's pretty cool, man. Always cool to get some news. But thank you all for tuning in today. That's pretty much all I got. But I hope you're having a good day or night whenever you're watching this. And may the Force be with you.